Hey, what's up, gang? Clownvis here, backstage with Maynard James Keenan, Corina Round, and Matt Mitchell, the core members of the band Puscifer. How y'all feeling tonight?
Great. Fantastic.
That's it? That's the enthusiasm?
Fantastic.
Can
Fantastic.
I swear?
You can fucking swear, yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Yes.
I fucking feel awesome.
Yes, I like the energy. You guys are on the tail end of the Sesenta 2.0 tour. Sesanta, I know how to say it. Okay. Sesanta, which is Spanish for sensational.
Italian for 60.
Italian for 60 is what I mean in my notes here. Got it. We're off to a good start, gang.
You're doing great.
So this is the tail end of the tour. How you guys feeling?
Pretty good. I mean, considering
Considering you're so old?
Considering, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Yeah, I mean, considering.
Yeah.
All of those stuff. What she said.
Yeah.
That I won't remember.
This tour is Primus and A Perfect Circle and Puscifer all on stage at once doing stuff, kind of little groups of songs all together, right? One after another.
Yeah. And a lot of crossover.
Yeah, a lot of jamming together. Where'd the concept come from for that?
Initially, for my 50th, I wanted to get a bunch of LA bands together and do it. When I tried to describe it to my friends in the LA bands, I won't name them yet.
Go ahead and name them.
Queens, Rage, Tool, Perfect Circle, Failure. They all went, that sounds stupid.
Ouch.
They were right.
And they were right. They were absolutely right. Because it just wouldn't have worked with all those bands anyway.
Yeah.
So it came down to the first round was at the 50th with Failure, Perfect Circle, and Puscifer. And that worked out great. But we kind of wanted to step it up a little bit. And I was talking to Les at some point and said, I think this would work. Because he's so good at collaborating with other people and it's almost seamless and effortless. So it just made sense.
He was the man for the job.
Great last year. So, but we didn't get to go to all the cities.
Yeah.
It's a very tight tour. So this is all about hitting all the places we didn't get to.
Yeah, hence the 2.0.
In the States.
Yeah,
I want to take it to Europe someday, but I don't know if that's going to work out.
Yeah. Well, I hope you do. The world needs to see it. I'm very excited to see the show tonight. I'm very excited about it. One thing that you can't do is find a lot of video on it because you got a pretty standard blanket rule not to have your phones out during the show. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of times if you go to shows nowadays, it ends up becoming the knee-jerk thing. That's just what you do. It's just acceptable behavior to block somebody else's view with your phone.
Yeah.
It's annoying and it's distracting. And the thing you're getting on your phone sucks. It's not a good representation.
Nobody watches it. Nobody goes back and watches it.
You're not going to go home and watch it. So we kind of force the issue of just kind of engaging with each other, watching the show, kind of just being present and take a break from it.
Yeah. It's a wonderful concept.
It's only 3 hours. And at the end, we'll let you pull it out and you can film the last song. That way you get to have your souvenir that sucks that you're never going to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good concept. I'm glad you put that into play. So the Puscifer has been around for a long time. You guys have been the core of the group for quite a while now, right? I mean, over a decade probably, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Besides, I know you're all players and writers. What would you say your roles are in the band beyond playing and writing?
Beyond playing and writing?
Yeah.
He's dad.
Like a dad. All right, good.
He runs everything. He designs Sesanta. He works with the lighting designer and production to make sure that the tour is what it should be. Music director on the whole thing.
Yeah.
He is the producer. He is the mixer. He is the engineer.
That's a lot. That's a lot of hats. It's a lot of hats. And Corina, you just kind of
gets in the fucking way.
Right.
Annoys me.
That's good. That's the right answer. Matt, you're sagging a little bit there on that mic. It's going flaccid in the middle of this. Yeah. Well, that's the perfect answer. That's just what I wanted to hear. I was thinking in terms of you think of the Scooby-Doo and who does what and stuff like that. To become core members of the group and to be the ones that are here all the time, because you have a lot of very cool players that come and go and that have played with you over the years. Mm-hmm. So there's got to be something special about you two that keeps you around.
Yeah, and she definitely. It's not just kind of doing and filling in background vocals.
No.
Definitely, it's the writing part on the writing end of writing harmonies and parts that ends up sometimes changing the direction of the song.
And I think your vocals have become, a staple of the sound of Puscifer for sure.
I've been trying to tell them this for a long time now. I'm glad you just said
We're thinking about maybe next year, maybe we might pay her, because all this work she's done on spec has been great.
Yeah, it's in a very long trial period, huh? Yeah, I feel you. Well, at this point, you guys have been playing for so long that you've proven that Puscifer is not a joke band. Maybe
This coming from you means a lot.
Thank you. The comedy and the absurdism seems to still surround the band as a brand in your promos, in your videos, obviously, Maynard, with the wonderful characters you do. How would you say the band, where does the comedy come into play while the band is making this beautiful music and this well-produced music? Where does the comedy come into play in a live show like this?
There's definitely work in progress, but it all kind of started in a comedy club back in LA called Tantrum with Laura Milligan hosting.
Yeah.
And a lot of up and coming comedians doing their bits, pre-Mr. Show, pre-Tenacious D, all the names, Brian Posehn, Karen Kilgariff, it's a whole list of people that were just working out their material back then.
Yeah.
And so Puscifer was kind of like I was kind of the closer with different concepts. Puscifer ended up being kind of the core thing, but like, for example, one of the closers at some point was Umlaut, the LA's one and only improvisational hardcore band.
Right on.
It would ask for, occupation and other than Elsa, other than Afghanistan, and it was like 15 seconds, and then we would just repeat back the whatever word the person said.
Yeah.
And move on. So Umlaut was one of them. Wing Bingo was one. It was a ripoff of Winger. But the core one was Billy D and Hildy.
Yeah.
Doing Country Boner.
Sure. Yeah. Classic. I love your characters so much. Billy D and Major Douche. I love when Major Douche says Douche. Sorry. Again, I know how to say it. I was just seeing if you knew.
Oh.
I like when he says dopers. I like when he calls people dopers.
Okay.
That's just a strong way to put someone down.
Yeah.
And Dick Merkin, absolutely strange, weird characters. But at what point did you realize that Puscifer could do both sides of the coin, the comedy and the beautiful, loud, crazy music? Well,
initially, some of the initial songs that I was working with Danny Lohner on for the Underworld soundtrack was just kind of like dipping my toe into that water.
Yeah.
But it makes more sense. I don't think he quite understood the characters and all those things. Matt understood like somehow jamming the, tragedy and comedy together.
Yes. Yeah.
And kind of making it. So you're doing these very intense, heartfelt songs. Then you flip over to, Billy D falling on his face.
It's an absolutely wonderful juxtaposition. I love it.
So that's, we're always kind of pushing that. And, he's basically just patient with me.
It's nice.
I think that it's also helped, like, it's like anything goes and we don't take ourselves too seriously. And then that is also, when you come out with a mullet wig on, it's hard to take yourself seriously. But then also in the music, to not be afraid to experiment and be afraid to just do whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's also helped. The comedy has also helped on this.
It loosens it up a little bit, huh? Yeah. Is there a certain brand of humor or maybe inside jokes that you guys share as a band? Like when you're on tour or something, is there movies you quote or favorite comedians or something like that y'all share?
Well, right now I've been, the monitor guy he has this confused look and I just keep going like this. And he's like, what do you mean? It's basically sign for I need more cowbell.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what it is. He just keeps looking. I just keep going. He's like, what? Cowbell.
Weird British comedy.
Oh yeah.
Is always consistent.
Yeah. Older stuff or newer stuff?
Yes.
Older. Yeah. Both.
Yeah. All the old,
Little Britain. Everything that got canceled.
Yeah. League of Gentlemen.
Yeah.
Little Britain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Life of Brian.
Life of Brian.
Love Monty Python. Yeah. Yeah, I love a lot of British stuff too. I mean, Young Ones is a favorite.
Yeah, we just talking about that the other day.
Love the Young Ones. Yeah, I feel like that's important, with bands. I think every band, no matter how serious they are, ends up bonding over comedy off stage, and that's something that keeps a lot of bands sane during long tours and stuff is just riffing on one thing, whether it's, lines from something like Dumb and Dumber or like just something that's so dumb, but funny to that core of people that it's almost therapeutic and it helps you rise above any grievances or anything like that. So comedy can be a very strong tool for something like that. If you guys didn't notice, I'm a clown. The show we do here is called Serious Clownversation. So I do like to talk about clowns a little bit.
We're going to say something about
with the bands. Go ahead and say it. Mike's alive.
I noticed.
Oh, okay. You were going to say something that you noticed I was a clown. Yeah, no, it's.
Wasn't sure if you knew.
It's an astute observation for sure. Do you guys have any influence from clowns? Is there any clowns that are special to you?
Ooh. Go ahead.
Are you scared of clowns? Okay.
Not at all.
Good.
I don't know. I have friends that have absolute phobia.
Yeah, me too. Well, they're not friends.
I have a friend he's going to be here tonight. He's absolutely terrified of goats.
Oh.
I have friends that are terrified of clowns.
Yeah.
It's an odd.
Yeah, some people are very scared. I wonder if they're just saying that. I think sometimes it's part of someone's personality to kind of get a little attention to say they're scared of clowns.
Are mimes clowns?
Yes.
Mimes are different. They're a little creepy.
Yeah, those are creepier.
Yeah.
Is there like a rivalry between clowns and mimes?
Oh, yeah, there always has been. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shakes.
Yeah, Shakes has a great
mime
scene where they get attacked. It's great. Yeah, Shakes is a great movie. And Maynard, you're no stranger to painting your face and wearing funny outfits. Do you consider yourself a clown at all?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. The clown is what ends up making it easier to do that.
Absolutely.
The material is so serious that if I can just, like Matt said, if I can, put on the Dick Merkin outfit, I can actually sing that serious material and it doesn't keep, turning back in on me.
Yeah. Yeah. At the beginning of your book, which I love this book, this is Maynard's book. At the beginning of the book, there's a foreword there that talks about the Heyoka, the sacred clown that the Native Americans believed in. And he wrote that. And it's amazing how I feel like what you do and what Puscifer does together as a group is take something that could be just so serious and elevate people on, give people that thrill on that level. But then when you add this weird, demented, absurd comedy element to it, I feel like you are tapping into the sacred clown aspect. I was really happy to see that at the beginning of the book because I'm like, that's exactly what we're doing here. We're saying that you can't take things too seriously and you need to have absurd things popping out in different angles to really give that whole aspect. I mean, there's too much of the music industry, too much of the world is just way too heavy and way too serious. So not really a question, more of a statement to just say you guys do a wonderful job at that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's go down the line. Matt, what makes you laugh?
Nothing.
Okay.
That's not true at all.
That is not true.
He laughs.
Got a little giggle there.
He just doesn't want to tell you what makes him laugh because he's messed up.
I don't know.
You don't need an answer. I mean, it's all right.
Schadenfreude.
Yes. Corina, what makes you laugh?
Same stuff. All British comedy, silly, stupid shit.
Yeah.
And whatever darkness is coming out of Matt's mouth at any point.
Good. I like that. That's what I was thinking about you, Matt. I figured you're kind of a darker guy, kind of the dark, quiet guy. I like that. Maynard, what makes you laugh?
A lot of things. But, I think just the absurdity of humanity. I follow a lot of Instagram accounts that are kind of like the influencers in the wild.
Yeah.
Influencers in the wild. Like that kind of like this. That there's people around you, right? You don't, and you're acting like this in public, completely oblivious about situational awareness.
Yeah.
And those kind of things, of course, make me giggle at how
Yeah.
absolutely absurd we are.
You got to laugh at it. That's a very, very
What else are
good,
you gonna do?
very good answer. You got to laugh at it. All right, start at the top of the gang here again. Matt, who's your favorite clown?
Him?
That's the right answer,
See?
Clownvis. Corina, who's your
Same.
favorite? Yes.
Same.
Two. Let's see if we can go 3 for 3. Maynard, who's your favorite clown?
Binky.
Binky. Yeah, you know what? He's probably my favorite clown too from Shakes. Yeah, he's probably the coolest clown. I mean, honestly. And I'm glad you answered that because that's what I tell people too. That's really he is the coolest clown.
Yes.
I mean, if you haven't seen Shakes, go watch Shakes the Clown. And Binky, the bad guy from the movie, is just
Tom Kenny.
sick. Yeah, it's Tom Kenny, SpongeBob, and he's just absolutely sick looking. I mean, beautiful looking. I mean, it's so striking. It's wonderful. So I will accept that. I got 2 Clownvises and a Binky.
I wanted to be the contrarian there.
We'll
Sorry.
take it. You always got to be the contrarian. I get it. Maynard, I think you can help me with this question because I knew I've heard that you were a Kiss fan growing up. You talk about that in the book. Solve the debate with the makeup and the flamboyant style. Is the band Kiss technically clowns?
A lot of my high school buddies would argue that without even having to debate it. They would just hold me down and put my head in the toilet and tell me they're clowns.
Yeah.
Thinking in those instances they win.
Yeah. Yeah. There is there's a clip of Gene Simmons getting ready where he's showing what he uses, and he uses a clown white makeup, and he says, I am a clown. So I think technically the answer is yes, but it's
From the horse's mouth.
That's from and he is quite a horse. And I want to stay focused on Puscifer, but quickly, I've been out to Cottonwood, Arizona twice, performed at Queen Bee Vinyl for the grand opening, performed at the Keenan Company picnic, which was very fun.
Yeah.
And I got to eat at Merkin Vineyards at the Trattoria.
Trattoria.
Yep, I know.
Yeah.
The Trattoria. I got to eat there. And I want to say that the cavatelli pesto was the best I've ever had in my life.
It's really good.
Are you behind the menu? Can you take responsibility for that?
Yeah, for the cavatelli, the Merkin Mac, and the gnocchi. I can take credit for the initial wave of that.
Yeah.
But before me was many chefs that I met along the way on the road and pick their brains on how to make those dishes.
Yeah.
And then pass that on to guys who are now going to be able to have to do that for a lot of people in a single room.
Yeah. I think about it.
Recipe started with.
I think about it all the time. Every time somebody says, what do you want to eat? And I just want that cavatelli pesto. It was very squishy, the shape. I mean, I don't think I've ever had, I don't know what the hell cavatelli is, honestly. But it's like shaped like little bugs, and it's so squishy.
It's actually bugs.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe that's why I liked it. So, your music is great, but I'm a big fan of the cavatelli pesto. Wanted to get that out there. We can get back to the music here. Maynard, you do so much. You got a lot of side quests, and the band, you guys can answer this too. Because on a tour like this, where in God's name does the energy come from? How do you preserve and maintain energy with the lifestyle?
For me, it's sleep and water.
Do you nap every
Not
day?
nap, just like make sure you get your 8 hours. And if you don't get, if the bus is bouncing and you can't sleep, then just try to get your extra hour once you get ahead of bed.
Mm-hmm.
But water and sleep.
Yeah. Corina, how do you keep that energy up?
Those 2 things are important, but I don't get enough of either.
Yeah.
I have my child with me.
Oh, wow. So you're
usually pretty burnt out by the time stage time, but somehow something happens.
Yeah, magic.
When you start
Cocaine.
That
actually, you could probably understand this. Once you start putting on the makeup,
the pain goes away. Yeah.
it goes away. That's right. You walk on stage, the camaraderie, the vibe with everyone.
Yeah, you forget about it all for a while. How about you, Matt? You got any tricks, any Red Bull or cocaine or anything you do?
Not anymore. These days it's naps or meditation, and then lots of water. And
pretty sure there's a shaker in your room for something.
that's meditation.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And then when we're out here, I feel like there's like when you're at home and you sleep and you wake up in the morning, we'll call that a 10. I think out here we hover at around 7.5.
Yeah.
And we just get used to kind of that's our baseline, and that's what we kind of work within.
Yeah.
You get home and pass out for
a couple weeks, go into hibernation. I want to give a shout out to Liquid Death. I drink a lot of this. Is how I get a lot of my water in me. I reached out to him. I said, will you sponsor the podcast Serious Clownversation? And they responded. They said, Clownvis, we love you, but no, we're not going to give you anything. And I said, to hell with you guys. I'm going to drink it anyway. I'm going to pay full price for it because I have integrity, and I'll plug it, even if they don't pay me.
Let's call somebody.
If you know anybody,
Let's make a call.
if you know anybody, make a call.
Call Steve-O.
They were very nice. They did respond and say they liked me, but then they're like, we got friggin' Post Malone on the other line, Clownvis. We're not going to give you anything. Good luck with what you do, is what they said. In that tone. Yeah. But yeah, so you're getting towards the tail end of this tour after 2 years. What can we expect and hope for the future of Puscifer in the near future?
New album in the fall.
Cool.
We're figuring out what release date is, but there's new music coming in the fall.
Great.
Either we're releasing in the fall or releasing in the spring, but it's a whole album is almost completely finished.
Well done, yeah. On our days off, we've been kind of wrapping things up.
Yeah.
Finding videos on days off, and
it's been kind of fun popping into a studio on your day.
Yeah, fun. Well, if you guys need any help finishing it up, I do play a little guitar.
Okay.
We'll just have to change it all to 3 chords in the key of E, standard beat.
Totally fine.
And then I can sit right in on it anytime. Just let me know. You got my number. Maynard, I want to address something. Very excited to hear that Puscifer has new music coming. That's what I was hoping to hear. I have on my social media, there's been this phenomenon. On my social media, there's been this phenomenon. I keep seeing these comments like this. I posted a video of me singing an REM song. Someone says, you can't tell me that's not Maynard dressed as Elvis singing REM. And one of my music videos on YouTube, it says, am I the only one that can tell it's him? Clownvis is Merkin, and I celebrate his entire collection. And the comparison goes on. People say your disguises, and you were wearing a Puddles shirt when you went to the Hall of Fame.
The line.
Yeah, we're going to edit this together. It's going to look like we're sitting right next to each other.
We're totally sitting right next to me. I'm sitting next to me.
Yeah. Yes. And so people have never seen us in the same room together. Like I said, I've been to Cottonwood, Arizona. We weren't standing next to each other. So once and for all, can you just, can you clear that up and admit that I'm not you, you're not me? I'm going to give that a voiceover of him saying, yes, you're not me and I'm not you.
I'm not me.
I'm not me either. I'm not you. I'm not, we are two different guys.
We had the same problem on was it the Conditions tour?
It happened to you a lot.
Conditions, no. Conditions in my parole, we had a band out, Uncle Scratch's Gospel Revival.
Yeah.
And Brother Ed, they're actually from the same town I'm from in Ohio.
Yeah.
They were convinced that Brother Ed was me out front of a gig protesting my own show.
Great.
But then he would go up and do their gig and we'd be on the side of the stage. Didn't matter. They were like, you're figuring out how to do that somehow, stand there and still be on the stage.
People want to get these clues and figure it out.
Puscifer has that kind of a budget.
Yeah. Should try that though. That's not a bad idea to go protest your own show.
Yes.
Put on a hat. Well, yeah, I appreciate you clearing that up. Guys, I won't take much more of your time. I really appreciate you sitting down with me here for this podcast. Are you familiar with the Clown's Prayer? Have any of you guys heard the Clown's Prayer before?
I've heard the Clown's Prayer.
I'd like to read it to close out this segment.
Did we bow? Or?
Yeah, if you could bow your heads and look kind of serious, no snickering or anything. As I stumble through this life, help me. Yeah, I'll start over again. Hold hands. Good. Try not to interrupt.
Math like fuck off.
As I stumble through this life, help me to create more laughter than tears, dispense more happiness than gloom, and spread more cheer than despair. Never let me become so indifferent that I fail to see the wonder in the eyes of a child or the twinkle in the eyes of the aged. Never let me forget that my total effort is to cheer people, to make them happy, and forget, at least momentarily, all the unpleasantness in their lives. And in my final moment, may I hear you whisper, when you made my people smile, you made me smile. And Puscifer, I just know that you guys are going to go out there tonight. You're going to make thousands of people smile. You do it over and over again. You're probably doing more good for humanity than you realize. I love your style. I love your efforts. I'm a big fan of everything you do, and I hope you keep it up for years to come. And I truly appreciate you guys sitting down with me.
Thank you.
Thank you.